Glen Darling from the IBM Edge Application Manager team, and I'd like to talk with you about Secure Device Onboard, a feature in IEAM that lets you just plug it in and walk away. So what is IEAM? It's IBM's commercial distribution of the Linux Foundation's Edge project called Open Horizon. It's our single pane of glass for containerized software management on both Kubernetes clusters and standalone Linux computers. So imagine being able to buy diverse edge devices, many different architectures and designs from different distributors or retailers, shipping them to a remote site, getting a local technician to plug it in, both power and network, and then have it magically, okay, it's not magic, fully autonomously install and configure all the required software. Would that help your business? Well, IEAM uses secure device onboarding to do exactly that on Intel and ARM devices, and you can optionally use hardware root of trust, like TPM, for device attestation. So how does it work? Well, SDO software is normally installed at the hardware manufacturer. However, you can also manually install SDO yourself after buying a device. An ownership voucher always goes along with every SDO computer, and it follows it all the way through the supply chain. It stays with the device, factory to distributor to end customer. When the end customers receive devices and vouchers, they load the vouchers into an IBM Edge Application Manager management hub, and then the IEAM software tells the SDO rendezvous server how to install the agent onto the SDO computer and configure it for this management hub. And from that point, everything is automated fully, zero touch. Once the voucher is loaded into Open Horizon and the SDO rendezvous server has been informed, the customer can then connect their devices. The well-known address for the SDO rendezvous server can be located anywhere. For example, it could be inside your air-gapped factory, disconnected from the internet. Manufacturers, however, also provide them for their own devices, and we also include one in the IEAM Management Hub, which you can deploy air-gapped if you wish. The SDO rendezvous server responds to the request from the SDO software with the IEAM agent install script and the configuration details for the role that you assigned to this specific device when you registered its voucher in the IEAM Management Hub. Then the SDO rendezvous server is no longer required, and the SDO software can automatically install and configure the agent for the appropriate IEAM Management Hub. And that includes your credentials and a deployment pattern or policy, and you can learn about deployment pattern and policy in a separate video. The agent will then reach out to the Management Hub and negotiate the appropriate software deployment using the normal IEAM procedures. Now let's talk about the root of trust. Devices can be manufactured with everything needed for SDO, or you can add SDO capabilities to your own ARM or x86 devices. SDO supports EPID or ECDSA for device attestation. Hardware root of trust can be provided from EPID, discrete trusted platform module or TPM, discrete external secure hardware elements, which are common for ARM, and an ARM processor with a built-in secure element, which the very new ARM processors can do. And you can also use a less secure software root of trust, which is, for example, an ECDSA private key, simply stored in the file system of the device. The SDO client software, of course, must also be installed on the device. So for some more technical details, you can hit that URL or use the QR code here. And let's do a quick review. In the factory, ownership vouchers are created and SDO software is installed on the device. Vouchers and devices stay together all the way out to the customer. The end customer loads the vouchers into Open Horizon. And Open Horizon sets up the SDO rendezvous server for each device into the IEAM Management Hub, which is the Open Horizon Management Hub. With zero touch, devices then power up, contact the SDO rendezvous server to get their install scripts and their configuration details. Then the devices install and configure the Open Horizon agent, and then the agent takes control and negotiates with the agbots, as usual, to manage all containerized application software life cycles on the device from then on. So if you want to learn some more about IEAM and Open Horizon, the Linux Foundation's YouTube channel has an Open Horizon playlist. There's a URL there and a QR code. And here's the documentation for IBM's Edge Application Manager. And if you want to learn about the product itself, IBM Edge Application Manager's official product page is right here. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed this video.